Puff, man, I know you're a Massillon guy, but I don't know if we gonna get that bell back, man.
I mean, it's been a decade. I hope, at this point, I hope for the kids that it happens. Like, can you imagine 2 generations of high schoolers going to school and being like, we're going to get that bell, and it just never comes home?
I was like the Massillon NFL team, man.
The last time that McKinley won was when I was still in high school.
That's crazy.
Dang.
Unbelievable.
You know, and it means a lot. It's crazy how much it means to some people out there. Obviously, we all love the rivalry and what it brings to the county and the area. However, the grown adults they get nasty about this game, man. And
I did a TikTok about this drunk guy getting behind me yelling. You would have thought I was at a Browns game or something. He was shouting.
I have a coworker who is such a Massillon fan that every Massillon game he pre-games with a couple buddies and they get absolutely drunk for their high school football
For high school game.
For high school game.
But that's the culture, though. I think people outside of Ohio, they may look at it as what the hell, but we're so used to it. But maybe because we're older, we're like, oh man, they really getting drunk before a high school game.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I was in school, when I was in Massillon, I was in the band. I never thought about it.
Oh, so you were in the band, so
yeah. So I was, a little bit a part of the experience. I wasn't on the field, but I love music. But they'll pregame like that outside the stadium. They'll be in the parking lot tailgating it, drinking whatever they want to drink, and then just going into this high school football game, and it's okay.
It's that culture here, man.
Actually, I mean, there's one game in Canton a couple years ago. I was drinking a Magnum 40. Don't judge me. I like malt liquor. And this cop on a golf cart rolls up, and my first instinct is like, I'm probably doing something wrong. But he's like, you want to ride up to the stadium? And I was like, yeah. So I got
with
like
the Magnum 40,
with the Magnum in the hand. So I'm sitting on the back of the
your Magnum 40, man.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the back of the golf cart. He drove us up, dropped us off, and went about his way. And I was like, all right, threw the Magnum away. Like when I finished it, right outside the stadium. Like, this is weird, man. This doesn't happen anywhere else. I don't think. I have no idea.
Puff, man, you gotta do like your own podcast of these tales, man. I feel like you're just a man of many cool stories. Chase tells you great things about you. Shout out to Chase in the house, man. But
shout out to Chase. I'm a little worried about what he tells you, but
hey, man, good things, man. As y'all can see, we got Master Puff, episode 188 of the Serious Mean Podcast, man. My dude Puff, how you feeling, man?
I feel amazing, man. I can't stress how good life is. It's like I got it too good to complain, so I won't start.
Linguistic gymnast.
That's what I call myself, and hopefully other people call me too.
Man, like that. Listen, between McKinley and Puff, I don't know, man. You gotta make like a song about my own. I got a situation, bro.
All right, tell me about it.
We have to cut the music on this part.
Somebody got their little world's smallest violin.
I'm looking at the cameras when I say this. They put Jéan P the MC on Are We Dating the Same Guy?
Oh man.
I mean, you gotta like that, John.
Nah, man, it's wrong, man.
Okay, this could be. It sounds like a bad thing at first.
I don't mean to bring this to you, Puff, but it's just like your energy is like I'm
right. Well,
down,
you got to look at it as like did you see what they said?
Yeah.
Okay.
But honestly, I guess the oath is, so for people who don't know what Are We Dating the Same Guy is, it's an app, or not an app, it's a page where men can be posted on there and women will comment things.
Right.
Nothing bad was said about me. The typical stuff. Oh, he didn't want to commit. Oh.
9 times out of 10, it's not even the woman you're actually with posting.
But there are some guys who get dogged on those pages. Puff, you ever been on those pages?
I've never been on those pages, but I've seen screenshots of said pages. And if they didn't say anything bad about you, that's a dub.
But I never thought I'd be on. And nothing crazy, but I was like, who?
Bro, you're Jéan P. You got to be on there.
Yeah.
Why?
Bro, so that's a byproduct of just being out there.
Got Puff, you got to be on there, man. You're a big deal too, man.
Hey, I might be. I'm a lot of places.
Yeah, man, but it's like, can they do that?
I guess they can't. Well, what is is there like a term of service?
So someone posted me on there and was like, hey, he says he's not looking for nothing. I ain't. But someone posted my picture on there and was like, hey, what can you tell me about this guy? Luckily, I guess one of the comments said, I don't know who he is, but he has a nice smile. So I was like, thanks to that lady.
There you go.
But someone was like, yeah, don't do. Someone commented, don't do it.
Who did you recently piss off?
A girl I dated in 2019, bruh.
They're
2019.
6 years ago. They're still salty.
Let it go.
Yeah, like Elsa said, let it go.
Literally, I'm not gonna say the person's name, but someone commented, "Don't do it, Puff." Like I'm just don't do it.
So how do we turn this into creative energy? All right, guys.
Puff, you gotta make a song about this.
Yeah.
Man.
I think that I just keep thinking of Same Girl with R. Kelly and T-Pain. I know we're not supposed to talk about.
My homie Brandon sent that song to the group chat when I said, but I got roasted in the group chat. When I sent that to the group chat, Brandon sent Same Girl by R. Kelly. Listen, it's crazy how like as an artist, turning a negative to a positive can turn into art. Have you ever had a moment where you turn like a negative into a positive? Because I definitely wrote some crazy 16s after that happened.
Yeah, this is
some crazy
I guess
bars.
this is pretty vulnerable, but there was probably like 2018, 2019. I was doing substances I shouldn't be doing, and I like almost died. And I wrote a song about that. That's one of my favorite songs called Strange Light. Go streaming on everything. I don't want to work a day job. I need that 7 cents from Spotify.
Hey, man, don't we
it
all?
adds up. It does add up. I ain't even mad about it.
Right.
I used to get paid nothing. Now they want to pay me 7 cents. I'll take it 7 cents at a time.
Granted, though, it's different, negative to positive, but that's what we do as artists. You know, and it was silly, or we dating the same guy, whatever. But you turn a negative to a positive, man, and that's something that people can relate to.
And it's, that strange light is like, I felt like I was in the back of the car and a strange light was pulling me to sleep. And I don't ever want to experience that again. And I haven't, and I don't think I ever will. So there's that.
So when you're turning a negative to a positive, like, what are 3 words that could describe yourself as an artist? Hi, what's up, Bella? What's up? Live on the podcast. What's up?
I'm sorry.
Hey, tell Ben I said happy belated too.
Oh, I will.
All right, peace.
Ben's the goat.
How can you describe your sound in 3 words?
3 words. Creative, diverse, and good.
Good. Hey, talking. Say what you mean, bro.
Hey, yeah. I mean, because I have a lot of, the volume of music I have out actually isn't, it's not my whole body.
Right.
And I have a lot that I need to release, and I understand that. But just know that it comes from a lot of different places, a lot of different sounds. And that's the beautiful thing about rapping and hip hop is that it is, inherently rooted in its diversity where it can draw from so many different places. Even changing drum styles from song to song will give hip hop a completely different feel, which is, we can get into subgenres, but I'm not that much of a nerd about it. But yeah, so diversity's right there. I say creative because I try to be creative. I guess that's and I gave you the least creative explanation of that. So emphasis on the trying in that last one, and good because I'm good at what I do and I stand on that. So go stream me, like I said.
You described yourself as teetering between charmingly witty and over the top. When's a moment that perfectly sums that up?
So my buddy, shout out to Alex Tortorella. He does the guitar and backing vocals on a lot of my tracks, but he used to be in a band called Pistol Whip, and they had a show where they wanted me to come up and do like a guest spot and sing. I forget the cover. We did some stupid, I think it was like a Post Malone cover. Anyway, I'm on stage and I jump off the stage and like do like a skate 3 trick, midair, and I land and I sprained my ankle and break a bone in my foot. And I kept going, and I think charmingly
rapping after the broken.
Yeah, so the charmingly witty part
adrenaline.
Was doing the performance and like still having stage presence, but the over the top part is jumping off the stage and breaking my shit. Can I cuss on this podcast?
Say what you mean, bro.
I tore myself up. So that's the over the top part.
So that's the perfect definition.
Yeah, I'm less wild now in my older years. I just turned 29. I'm reaching unk status. So according to Chase says that.
Yeah,
shit.
I can't wait. I hate when he says that shit, man. I'm like, dude, you all right?
I'm barely older than him. He treats me like an old head sometimes.
Hey man, Chase will understand it one day. But you've toured, worked day jobs, done side hustles. What's a funny or wild moment from the road or one of your jobs that you could talk about on the show?
Oh man, where do I start? I'll start. Okay, so this is my first tour, the With the Influence tour. Our date in Columbus set up the entire theme of our second tour, and I'll explain. There was a guy who showed up at our show, paid to get in, all that jazz, and he's like this 45-year-old dude, like DMX energy, just, hey, let me get a song. Let me do a song. I'm an artist. I'm fucked up for real. I got 40 songs. I drop a song every week. I got 12 albums. I'm an artist. I'm fucked up for real. Let me get a song. Just like that. Would not let me get a word in. I'm like, no, I'm not letting you do it. He's like, I got $50 on Cash App. You let me do one song.
He wanted to pay you $50?
Yeah, all right. So now
Did
I'm
you
like,
take the $50?
Of course I took the $50.
You took the $50?
I'm like, all right. I'm like, I was like, man, I don't know. If you don't got a flash drive, we can't, like, we're not doing email. He's like, yeah, I got it right here. I'm an artist. I'm here every week. I told you, bro. I'm an artist.
Always them dudes who had the flash drive ready for open mic.
Yeah, dude. And in the middle of my show, this guy gets up on there and he literally starts barking like DMX. I'm like, man, I don't know if I like this or not. Like, it wasn't good, but I was excited for him. I don't know how to explain how I feel.
$50.
He paid $50 for it, and then he got off the stage. He's like, you ever see that clip of Kirk Cousins? I don't know if you're a football guy.
Yes.
Where he's like, you like that?
Yeah.
So
He was the adrenaline. He was asking, you like that?
and everyone's just kind of scared, you know? Like, I don't know. This guy's just not, I don't know. Because the substance was about, like, murder and death and killing people and being aggressive. And his demeanor matched it the whole time. So I had no idea what this guy was going to do. He ended up leaving, so it wasn't a problem. But he requested his $50 back the next day on Cash App.
Oh, he
like,
must have been lit. He must have been lit.
I didn't send it back to him.
No, I wouldn't have sent it back either, man. I would have sent it back either. See, you deal with a lot on these tours and these showcases. I'm probably going to ask you more of that whenever we get into the second half, because I've always been curious to know. I've hosted open mics, and I've dealt with, like, just people being like, yo, let me do a song. So I definitely feel you eye to eye when it comes to that. But before we go on this break, where can they follow you at? Like, where's your social media? How can they find Master Puff?
You can Google me, Master Puff. Everything will pop up in order. Articles about me, my music, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, just so you don't have to look up handles, because that's like the worst thing when you're watching a podcast or something, or you're listening. And
We'll have Chase like put it down on there.
Yeah,
I think Chase usually puts up screenshots.
If you want the handle, it's Master Puff WTI. WTI stands for With the Influence, which is the name of my first tour and like my old group's movement or whatever. So Master Puff WTI on Facebook and Instagram. I'm not on X anymore. I don't like dealing with it. I know I should be on everything, but it's my life.
It's hard to keep up with that.
Yeah, so I'm just not on there anymore. If you find me, I got fans, I guess, because it's not me. I'm on LinkedIn, but not under Master Puff. If you need a professional,
Right, if you need a job, put the career out there. Yeah,
I honestly, I make money in the industry, but it's from the behind the scenes stuff way more than it is actually rapping. But I do make some money rapping, so hit me up for that too. I know you know what that's like.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, that's where you can follow me.
Yeah, Jeremy, what about you, man?
You can just find me on Facebook at Jeremy Andrew, or on Instagram at _Ninja_1.
You gotta know everything, Jéan P. Oh, Z-Worthy, Michael Zach. Happy belated birthday.
I was about to say,
To my
yeah,
man,
shout out.
Michael Zach. Shout out Michael Zach.
He's officially Unk status.
Unk status. Okay. Shout out to Michael Zach. Follow him at Z-Worthy68. Everything Jéan P the MC, JeanPTHMC. That's X, Threads, TikTok, Instagram. Also, follow the podcast, youtube.com/Jéan P the MC, SWYM podcast. On Instagram, episode 188, man. I'm really excited about it. We just back to catching up. So, Puff, you gonna stick around with us for a minute?
Oh yeah, you know I'm here.
All right, man. Episode 188, Jéan P the MC, Master Puff. Say what you mean. Peace.
Say what you mean what you say. I'm from the 330, where them boys don't play. Say what you mean what you say. I'm from the 330, where them boys don't play. From the northwest to the northeast, say my name once and they know it's me. Southeast to the southwest, no arguments, yeah, I got next, Jéan P.
episode 188 of the Say What You Mean podcast. Jéan P the MC, Master Puff in the house. What's up, man? How you feeling?
Oh, amazing. I can't explain how awesome it feels to be here, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you for coming on the show, man. Jeremy, what's up with you, man? What's up?
I was saying, are you feeling good, real good?
You can say I'm good, real good. Again, stream that shit. I need the streams.
Hey, man, we need all 7 cents. 0.007 cents.
0.007. I got 0.0003 per stream. So, you know, if I get 1,000 of them, I might get a couple dollars, you know what I'm saying?
And since we're doing some plugging, I just put my album, So I Was Thinking, on streaming. I was doing Bandcamp, which was like a good choice. So thank you to everybody that was purchasing the album on Bandcamp. But my album, So I Was Thinking, is officially available on all streaming platforms. I have Chase put the album cover up there so y'all can go get it. Yeah, my 24th project overall, man.
Jeez.
Great project. Go ahead, Jeremy.
And you can follow me on Audible where I'm out reading all the Junie B. Jones books right now.
Let's go, Jeremy. Okay, and we reading out here. Yeah, shout out to everybody. So shout out to everybody, man, that's listening to the album, streaming the album. Before we get into the interview, you know we got to pay some bills. First place, man, the Hub Art Factory. Shout out to Tim Carmody. Puff, what you think of the space, man? I know y'all did some work in here. Shout out to All Circles.
Dude, this is probably one of the coolest places downtown to go. Like, you come in here on a first Friday, there's a reason why it's packed wall to wall. I mean, you got the art exhibits downstairs, and then when they do the live, when they do the live... When they do the live music up here, and it's just when it all comes together, you can't walk around here without bumping into somebody, and that's for a good reason. So, not to glaze too much, but Tim, you're doing your thing over here, man.
Shout out to Tim Carmody, man. 10 years, I think it's like 10, 11 years, man, with the Hub. So shout out to the Hub, shout out to Tim Carmody, and also shout out to George Financial Services, father and son team with 35 years of combined experience. They're dedicated to helping everyday people. They have $30 million in assets under advisement and are growing. If you'd like to talk with them, learn more. Search and Google George Financial Services Canton and book a complimentary call. Also, NFL season. So if you're betting out there, RTB Sports, the realest sports betting group in Ohio. If the game is on, we're betting. Welcome to RTB Sports, the #1 sports betting group chat in Ohio, where real players link up, drop heat, and run up the bag together. If this ain't no guessing game, we do our homework, strategize, and taking this betting thing serious. So, Jeremy, I know you making some money.
No, I took a break after that whole little FBI situation came out with the whole gambling thing. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna take a break since that shit's really rigged.
It was getting real out here.
Yeah,
I mean, see what's going on with Chauncey Billups and Terry. Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, and I have a feeling Gilbert Arenas was in there.
Hey, man, they was posting pictures of him like in the interrogation room with food, smiling like, yeah.
He's telling everything.
I mean, Gilbert, my man G, he was on interview saying that he would snitch if something happened. So I can only imagine. I mean, I'm not going to get into it.
Hey, man, we'll save that for the Say What You Mean Sports.
There you
know
go.
What I'm saying? So,
it's a Patreon episode, right?
Yeah, man. Episode 188. So, Puff, man, where you repping?
Okay, so if I'm in like Northeast Ohio, I'm from Massillon.
Okay.
And I'm a Massillon Tiger, graduated 2014. Love the Tigers. I love Massillon. I think the culture is great, and I think, you know, Stark County as a whole is great. But if I'm outside of Northeast Ohio, I'm from Canton, because like I'll have to give it to Canton. It's the more well-known city. It has more going for it. People know where it is. If I leave, people don't know where Massillon is. So
I don't know, man. Massillon, you know.
I mean, very rarely I'll kind of like say I'm from Canton, and they'll go, "Oh, I know Canton." And if they know Canton, I'll be like, "Well, I'm actually from Massillon."
Okay.
And then they'll like put the 2 and 2 together. But for all intents and purposes, I'm from Stark County.
All right. So, what was your earliest connection to hip hop music?
I feel like I came into hip hop very organically. Like, so I used to, whether it be like basketball or football, we would just play backyard in the trailer park where I grew up. And when I would talk shit, I would just like kind of freestyle like little 2 bars here and there. And I would just say some stupid shit like, "You can't guard me, you got 2 left feet," or something like that. And people eventually were like, "You should just do it." So I would start freestyling, and it really wasn't, you know, I got into it because I was doing it and ended up liking it, you know? So it's something that I've done because I've enjoyed it for so long that I wanted to take it seriously. And they say, do what you like to do. So I took that and my love for writing. Because by the way, I am a press writer. I do have published articles, journalistic stuff. That's one of my side hustles here. So if you need bios, if you need work on your press release, if you need your press release pushed, us at All Circles Media, we can help you with that. Okay. Help you get linked with publicists, all that.
But he did say it's LinkedIn, by the way. So go ahead.
I got you. So yeah, that's my introduction to hip hop, was just like rhyming words and talking shit.
So what kind of kid were you then? Like, until you mentioned, did you always know you'd be a rapper, or was this something like you evolved into?
No, so the kind of kid I was, like, I was a pretty good kid. I got good grades. I was actually in a scholarship program through Ohio State called the Young Scholars Program, where I was
Shout out to Young Scholars, okay.
I was supposed to get a income-based scholarship if I met the requirements, but towards the end of my school career, I really hated school and I started not going, and my trajectory kind of changed. So I was a bit of a roller coaster there. What was your second question? Part of that?
I was asking you, like, forgot my question too, pal. I was listening to what you talking about.
You asked what kind of kid I was.
Yeah.
And then, if I always knew I was going to be a rapper. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
You good.
No, not at all. Because I started playing guitar when I was 10, and I always thought I was going to be a rock star.
Really?
Yeah, I wanted to play music. I always did music, but my intro to performing was doing. I played in the church. I played guitar in the church I attended, and eventually started doing blues guitar at like coffee shops. I wasn't even rapping, but I kind of thought about it. I couldn't find band members. I couldn't start anything, and I'm like, well, rap. If I find a beat, I could buy a lease, I can make a song, I can release music. And I think what really triggered me was my first release, first SoundCloud release. I dropped a song, I ripped a beat off YouTube. I didn't know the laws. I didn't know I didn't know what I was doing. But I posted it and it got like 120 views overnight, and which, is nothing. It's insignificant even for 2015. But to me, as I wasn't anybody, I wasn't very popular. Just to see like people replying to it and giving me praise and being like, yo, that was pretty good. That was such a positive reinforcement to me. I was like, I'm not looking back. I'm going to be a rapper.
Man, so who are some of your favorite artists that has kind of inspired you or that you were listening to growing up?
But the biggest one, he's not huge, but his name's George Watsky. He was kind of like a nerdy dude who did the fast flow, and it's somebody I related to, and he was more poetry based. And at the time that was what I was doing. So he influenced me a lot. At a certain point, Childish Gambino.
I love Childish Gambino.
Cause that was right when he was popping off with like 3005 and all that. Was right around the time I started.
Because the internet.
Yeah,
great album.
I was developing into my own as like I wanted to, like as a rapper, as in wanting to be one. So that I listened to a lot of Kendrick at the time. But Kendrick doesn't really influence my music a lot because I feel like only Kendrick can really do Kendrick's style.
Yeah,
like I can't really pull much stylistically, especially because I can't personally relate to a lot of his subject matter. It doesn't translate like stylistically to me. So I can't really put him on that like influence pedestal, but like definitely one of my favorite artists to listen to and like just appreciate. But man, there's a lot because I pull a lot from like Bruno Mars and Rex Orange County, like Jack Johnson and stuff.
So you pull like from a lot of musical artists to kind of tap in with your hip hop.
Yeah, because I can't sing, but I wish I could.
Like they write, those artists you mentioned, they write great songs.
Right.
So
and instrumentally, they're the choices of the music they use is I don't know.
So you mentioned traveling and doing things DIY. So what did like grinding as an independent artist kind of teach you? Or what did some lessons you're learning?
All right, story time. My first tour, I had a manager. I'm not going to name the guy. I don't want to put him down because I'm sure he's done a lot for a lot of artists, just not for me. He booked this tour for me, 7 dates around Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, and we had a Pittsburgh date. But like 2 weeks before the tour was supposed to start, he ghosts me. So I got to call all these places and make sure I'm even booked. Like he was telling me all this stuff, but I didn't have any confirmation. So a couple of the dates, they wanted like a big rental. Another one of the dates, they were like, we thought this was a birthday party. I'm like, all right. So I I have to scramble, and I'm finding different venues in the city, just like calling people I know, asking like, okay, do you know where I can go for this date? Because I told people I'm doing this tour, and now I'm left with like 3 of my 7 dates just gone, like, or needed to be changed.
Lost some money.
Yeah, so I ended up spending some bread too, because one of those rental places, I ended up paying the rental because I was like, I need to follow through, hoping I can make it on the back end. But I'm going to be honest, I was too early in my career to say I'm going to go out to like fucking Saginaw, Michigan and make money, because I wasn't. I'm going to be real. That's not how it was going to work. So, but you know, we pulled it off and we did the thing. And I do want to reiterate, it was very positive, because not necessarily we didn't make money, but we made connections and we had the social media presence to say, hey, we did it and we were there. And so that was all DIY. And that set up the second tour, which is the I'm an Artist tour, which I explained in the first segment from the I'm an Artist dude, inspired that whole thing. And we made money on that tour. So,
Good.
yeah.
It seems like it's a lot of artists in that independent phase where they'll fall for the pay for the showcases, pay for the tours, quote unquote. And like, you know, traditionally for me, touring is like, okay, we got a van, we going to these, but these guys will pay for these showcases and be promised the world. And then it's like those schemes that you fall for, like falling for the okie doke in a way.
So when we do our showcases, I just want to say we try to get people paid. We don't try to charge people for it. But there is a space for it. I mean, when you look at these metal bands and rock bands, for instance, a lot of their hustle is buying onto these bigger tours.
Yeah.
And they're paying these labels to open up for these guys, and it's beneficial for them. But you have to be in a place where you can capitalize off that and not become stagnant. Because you can spend all this money on a tour and, you know, travel with these people, but if your own material isn't being pushed and you're not keeping that revolving
money.
Yeah, you're not keeping that hamster wheel turning, creating that energy. You know what I mean? So people get stuck with that. They say, I want to pay $500 to open up for this guy or whatnot. And then they open up for him, get no content, don't post about it. Nobody knows they did it. And it's
just an open show.
You might as well set money on fire. It'd be warmer. It'd be warmer. It might be fun. You can roast marshmallows on it. Just set that 500 on fire.
Jeremy, you got a question, bro?
Yeah, going back to when you were talking about playing guitar and stuff like that. Word has it that you were in like a band of some sort.
He was in a band. You was in a band pub.
Oh shit! I can't believe you knew that.
Jeremy is like Narwhals too, man. I'm learning so much, man.
Yeah, dude. We released 2 songs. All right, man. Yeah, we were in a 3-piece, and our bassist was a computer, and we weren't good. A matter of fact, our first show we could only play 1 song. We were at a festival. Okay, so we booked a festival with 1 song to play. So what we did, it was like a field festival. It wasn't like on a fairgrounds or anything. I bought like $500 worth of fireworks, bro, and I had somebody just set them off while we were playing to muffle out fire. To muffle, yeah, to
muffle out there, y'all 1 song.
So our 1 song was awesome. It overpowered our sound, so you couldn't tell we sucked, and just distracted you from realizing we didn't know what we were doing. And people were like, "That was awesome!
That was awesome! Man.
I can't believe you did that!" Yeah, it was ass.
Marketing, man. The fireworks make everything look better. Though.
Yeah, pyrotechnics.
Yeah,
we were bad, dude. And like, I don't like nu metal. Like, I don't like the heavy metal rap shit that much. I don't think it's that good. Don't crucify me in the comments. I just personally am not a big fan of it, and that's like exactly what we were doing.
We got to remind people these are our opinions, because you know music opinions you post online automatically get criticized. People don't agree with people, so I definitely know. I talk about hip hop, so like when my certain takes, they're like, "What? You can't say that." Like, yes, I can. I'm allowed.
Yeah, I was kind of worried. Like, don't ask me for a top 5. Don't ask me who's the greatest of all time.
That's why I asked you. That's why I asked who inspires you. I'm like, yeah, we ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, because that is like the most volatile discourse in hip hop, man.
I do want to ask you about branding. You say you like to talk about monetizing our brands as artists. What advice would you give younger artists about that side of the business?
Oh yeah. So first off, I want to say image is everything. And by the way, I need to take my own advice. I'm falling behind in some areas, but that's why I work hard at Deli, Ohio. Go get yourself a sandwich downtown at 4th Street Collective.
Ohio.
But yeah, so image is everything. So when you're doing these live events and you do get your foot in the door, you've gone to the open mics and people are like, hey, I want to book you. You want to get your merch table together and you want to look legit. You don't want to look the part of a local rapper.
Man.
It is a spectacle. You are a performer. You have to be visible and you have to stand out in some way. Don't feel reserved. Don't be, there's kind of like a caveat from this, but a lot of people they feel too cool to be a good performer.
I'm so glad you said that, man. Not to cut you off, but man, I'm so glad you said that about quality, because many people kind of take local rapper means you have to look local. Like even with my shows, I've had shows where like the crowds weren't the biggest, but you're gonna see a merch table. The biggest thing for me is, okay, I may not be the biggest artist, but quality. When you see something with Jéan P, you're gonna see like, oh, this is like something you buy in the store, or you go down to my shows at the Oracle. Oh man, he got tickets. It's a format to everything, so I respect that approach. You gotta look how you look the part. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, because
definitely agree with that.
Because no one's gonna pay you if you don't look like you should get paid either. Because I'm blessed now to be at a point where someone will pay me to come rap, and I'm not a national, fan base kind of rapper right now.
Yeah.
But that comes from the quality that I try to bring, and obviously, like, you have to have some talent too. You have to let that talent shine.
Yes.
But going back to the merch, that is so important because that's going to be the only way you're making money at the very start. Mm-hmm. You're probably gonna be spending more money doing shows than you're going to be making. That's just how it works. So if you can make up for that by having good merch to sell, just get some T-shirts and maybe some stickers. You'll be all right. You want to diversify more than that, but like you get that start, man, it makes a big difference. And also, if you want to monetize your brand, you have to be able to bring value, whether that be selling tickets or my foot in was the event organizing. And I was able to step in and group artists together to sell our tickets together. Everyone made money. And that brought me to the point where now I'm getting booked because I brought a venue money. Because that's another thing people forget about. It's like, oh, you want to do all these shows, but you got to make these venues money.
Yeah.
So if you can, that's where I added value. Not saying that's where you have to add value, because you could just pick up videography, photography, some way to get your foot in the door to make money in the industry will benefit your artistry. But don't let me ramble either, because I'm passionate about this stuff. I can go on.
No, me too, man. And
like,
I that's why I said I can relate. I kind of like the episodes where artist to artist, because I learn things and we can relate.
Right.
There's the big thing on the quality. One question I had to ask you quickly is, what's your approach to marketing your music in today's world, like with everything online? Like, what's your approach to that?
My actual approach right now sucks because my phone camera is busted. But do as I say, not as I do. You obviously need your consistent content, whether it be your songs cut into verses and the micro content and distributed every day or close to it. They say you should do 3 times a day. If you can't keep up with 3 times a day, you got to be doing something.
Yeah.
Because
something to make yourself visible.
Right. And I mean, I know this is so cliche to say, but I mean, if you get 1,000 views on Facebook, 1,000 views on Instagram, 1,000 views on YouTube on the same post, I mean, you just hit 3,000 people. Like that, it adds up. Just like that. And that's not even that high of a number. That's a very attainable number. But other than that, I still am a believer in press because of SEO being such a big thing. If you can afford to go and get a publicist and get those articles written about your release, even if those outlets aren't, Source Magazine, which I mean is a thing you could do.
Yeah.
When people search you, that will show up and it'll be a positive reflection on you as an artist, and it helps you pop up over your competitors on the search engines. I'm a big advocate for ads. Ads are the biggest reasons I've gained a fan base outside of my friend group. When you're marketing to your friends, you're already marketing wrong.
Yeah.
But high quality ad copy, engaging ads that get clicks. You could do it in controversial ways. You could try to bait people with opinions that might be touchy. I don't really like to do that. I just kind of go like the funny route. But you typically get a 10% engagement on your views. So if you get 100,000 views, you should be at about 10,000 total engagement. And then you can convert that engagement to followers. It's a slow grind, but I'm absolutely an advocate for it. Post your social media ads. And a caveat to that is so you post a reel or you post something and the numbers do good compared to the content that you usually put out, don't compare it to anyone else, compare it to yourself. If it does good compared to you, that's what you need to be running your ads on if they'll let it. Because then, it's doing better for a reason. And as artists, we're not always the ones to see that. The analytics will tell us what the people are watching. We can feel what's good, but like the numbers will tell you what they're feeding. And then you combine all of that with consistency, and you'll probably go pretty far if you got the talent.
Man, Puff, give him that game, man. I like that.
Yeah, for free.
Hey, man, listen, that's what it's called. Say what you mean. So here's what I want to do, because I have another question I want to ask you in our next segment. But our next segment is called Peace, Positive Point, where I say a quote, you say a quote that means something to you. Jeremy will say a quote. Michael Zach isn't here, so he ain't got no Dr. Seuss quote.
He hasn't had one in like a couple months.
I think he said them all.
Yeah, I think he's probably said every line out of every damn Dr. Seuss book by now.
That's hilarious.
So we'll take a break, do a Peace, Positive Point, get some more game for Puff, man. You artists watching, I better listen, man. This man is getting it in, doing what he got to do, giving that game out, that knowledge. So we'll be right back. Peace, Positive Point, episode 188, Master Puff, Jéan P the MC.
First off, first go, make it killing, then rest my case. Watch a millennial flex at the bank, avocado green, got my blue in the face. Make sure my mama got vision and dental, and make sure my people got places to stay. They told me that money could change you, but maybe a man has a couple of things he could change. I never get tired of loving myself like you never get tired of hate. I never get tired of feeling inspired by trivial problems they put on my plate, but the damage be critical hitting. I'm off of the potion while spitting, my HP so low, I'm a little break.
Episode 188 of Say What You Mean Podcast, Jéan P the MC, Master Puff. I got to dap you up, man. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me, man.
Real fun episode, real good vibes, man. Jeremy, what you got going on this Sunday?
Not shit. I've been up since 7 a.m. I did everything I did. I ran 5 miles. I meal prep for the week. I did my laundry, so I'm gonna just go home and chill.
Oh man, you focus, man.
Yeah.
Sunday is the reset day. What about you, Puff? What you doing today? You chilling?
Hey, well, the Browns can't devastate me today because it's the bye week. So I'm just gonna watch football, probably eat like shit, and do the exact opposite of what Jeremy did. And it's going to be a great day.
I didn't ask you on the last part, but I was going to ask you, what's next for Master Puff? Like, what you got going on, man?
That's a great question. Artist-wise, I haven't announced anything, but I am working with one of my favorite artists named Two Side, the best Amish rapper there is. And we got a project coming out. We're going to title it Blue Shell Loser. There's no release date, but we have a couple songs in the works. Other than that, I'm still writing. I'm still making beats. If you need beats, I can send you some stuff. I'm real cheap. And we all need those exclusive rights so we can do stuff with it. Still making beats, still writing bios, still planning events if you need it. I'm also a Squarespace expert. So if you need your website worked on specifically on Squarespace, I will hook you up. I'm also cheap there, but I do a great job. I've worked on 4 different websites now, two profitable.
Shout out Delhi, Ohio, and Mike Peace.
I wish I could do their websites. Shout out to Delhi, Ohio, and Mike's Pizza at downtown. The whole 4th Street Collective. It's a very innovative business type. 3 businesses, 1 roof. I work for 2 out of 3 of them.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Ryan Miller. Shout out to Mike Carvajal. I think that's how you pronounce it. The boss guys. They're my boss, but they're also just like 2 decent dudes. And I don't mind helping them make money in this community because they care about the community. So shout out to those guys.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Mike's Pizza, Delhi, Ohio. Shout out to Ryan. Jeremy, man. You know what time it is, man. It's Peace, Positive Point.
Yep.
You got one for us?
Yeah, I got a good one. It's you're not behind. You're just building your own timeline.
What's that mean to you?
That just resonates with me a lot because something I've struggled with. I think I talked about it before. Is that I compare myself to a lot of people within my age range.
Yeah,
like that's just something you can't do because it's your life. I'll sit there and be like, damn, they're 26, married, 3 kids. Like I should be doing that, but like that's not my life. That's not
Everything
my
ain't for
time.
everybody.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
It's you're not behind because somebody else is what you think is further ahead in your life. It's your own timeline. It's your own way of doing things. Your life's going to play out how it's.
Can you say that quote one more time?
You're not behind. You're just building your own timeline.
That's what's up.
I like that.
Master Puff, what's your positive point, man?
I'm gonna quote a Bible verse. I'm not necessarily super religious, but this can be applied to everyday life for people. It's Matthew 5:44. Love your neighbor and pray for those who curse you. I feel like the best policy in life is to even those people that put you down is to treat them with love and respect, and you're never gonna go wrong doing that and caring for the next person, even if maybe morally people say you shouldn't. You know what I mean?
Like that. That's what's up. My positive point is from Ralph Waldo Emerson. It says, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. You see a lot with social media, people just wanting to be someone else. A lot of comparing, I like what you said, Jeremy. And I think originality is like an accomplishment, man. It's like everybody wants to be carbon copies of something else. I think that's another beautiful thing about hip hop is we're attracted to the people who do things that are different. I think that's what we have artists who we enjoy who are just different. I just can't really get with people who like to do the same as somebody else. Being yourself is so rare. Being yourself is so beautiful. Being yourself is so important, in the age of comparison, because a lot of people want to see what other people are doing, and we get so caught up because we're not like that. But, everything is for everybody. God made us in his own image. You apply the same to your own life. You can't do what somebody else is doing and expect the same results. So that's why my positive point is to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you do something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson. So, yeah, man. Too many carbon copies out here.
Yeah, good quotes, guys.
Original.
Good quotes.
Thank you, man. Love this hip hop thing. I really was hell bent on that top 40 stuff, though, man. Like I really was hell bent on it. Like I can't believe it.
When you learn that the billboard is cool to the consumer, but it can be bought. I hate to say it.
I don't like the whole hit.
It's not a great representation on what people are consuming.
That's what I meant about that. It's like, especially with artists. Artists get so caught up in, especially underground artists, get so caught up in, he's got thousands of plays. I don't have that. Why does he or she have that? It's like, dude, the billboard isn't the end all be all.
Not at all.
There's so many artists, big and small, that you can find out about, that you can research. You got to find good hip hop. I keep talking about Jid. I keep talking about Ransom and DJ Premier, Hit Boy and Alchemist. It's so much good hip hop out there that isn't necessarily on the charts. Rock Marciano, Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist. Man, they have some of the dopest rollouts, dopest album, dopest tour going on right now. So much out there. It's not on the Billboard charts.
Billboard's company.
Right.
So they put out what they want to put out. I don't even know how the numbers work, though, to be honest. I know it could be bought. I don't know how, and I don't know what qualifies anyone to be on the Billboard. But you brought up Jid, and I know I brought up top 5s earlier, but he's creeping in to be
come on, man.
I had to put him up that high.
A lyricist.
He's ridiculous.
Did you put Big Sean up there?
Big Sean's criminally underrated.
Thank you.
And I'm tired of people saying that.
Thank you. Jeremy was waiting for the
I'm not putting him top 5. Don't you worry.
Not top 5?
I'm not putting him top 5.
That's all I got to know.
But in my top 10.
It's not insane to say that.
I'm looking at it from a lyricist standpoint. Gotta put Sean up there.
Yeah, and he's a good rapper. He's a good MC. He sounds good when he raps. There's some people that can say anything and it sounds good when they rap. I think you're kind of like that. You are the MC.
Thank you.
But you could be bad lyrically and still sound good.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, bro.
I'll give that to you.
I like to just say stuff without having to do the most. You got a moment you gotta listen to me.
I mean, people say Taylor Swift's one of the best lyricists, but that's her MO. I know we're talking about.
And she's a great songwriter, though.
Right? Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying?
She says a lot. She doesn't have to say, I don't have to.
And she writes her own stuff.
Right.
I'm just big on words, man. That's why I think like I put the emphasis on that. But Billboard, actually, it's hits. You know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say I seen an article speaking of like underground on Billboard. I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was with Tech Nine. He was talking, I think it was like Esquire or something like that. He was talking about like the Billboard stuff, and he's like, I've never really been on top 50 Billboard or anything like that. He's like, but I'm still king of the underground. You know, I'm still like, like
I think
everybody knows Tech Nine.
I think that's the real chart.
Yeah.
Are you eating off of your music?
Yep.
Just because you don't, it's artists you don't see on these billboards who make a living off of being an artist.
Oh yeah.
Independent, you know what I'm saying? You know, Billboard isn't like the end all be all. Like it's guys who I know personally who eat off of just music, and that's beautiful because there's so many people, myself, Puff included, who want to just live off of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who fight for that, and there's people who have mastered the game who know how to do that. Billboard is just a metric. There's so much good music. Underground, right, there you go. Underground R&B, underground hip hop that you don't see, that is fire. That you're like, man, that should be on the charts.
Yeah, how many times have you seen like an artist share a flyer and they're like, oh, I'm opening up for X, Y, and Z, and it's like, I don't know who that person is, and then you go to the show,
packed,
and it's like, well, okay, this is like there are people here. Like I thought it was just, you know.
That's another mind-blowing thing, too. These people on tours who you never heard of, you hear about the shows, packed.
Yeah, and so that just shows you how much room there is on the road.
Yeah.
Like you can fill your own lane. You don't gotta pass other cars. You just drive where you need to go because there's enough
to build
space.
followings. You build that following and you tell people, hey, I'm gonna be in Cleveland. Those people will find you. Like if I knew how to take and I don't even know how I have 16,000 followers on TikTok. If I took that 16,000 followers and was put out there, I'm having a tour or something and marketed it right, I could have packed shows too. Just with that 16,000 people. Hell, if you get 100 people, 20 people, 30 people to come and see you, that's something right there. Like the metric isn't Billboard. I just say all that to say, Billboard is not the end all be all. No. That's my rant on the Sadie Shmeen podcast.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I do want to say if I was on Billboard, I would flex that shit.
Yeah,
So I'd be like, hey, I'm on Billboard right now.
Ha. Hey, man, right.
I've been taking selfies and
But
shit
first
with
we
the
were like,
computer.
it's so bad, but let Puff get on there. Where you at, Jéan P? I don't see no Jéan P over here. I'm on the Billboard. Hey, I don't blame you, bro.
Top 40, bro.
Top 40, bro. Hey, man, again, thank you, Puff, for being on the show. Great episode, man. Shout out to Jeremy. Shout out Michael and Zach. Shout out to Chase. Shout out to Coda, Deli, Ohio, Mike's Pizza 330. Man, this is episode 188, November. Almost to the end of the year. Still growing, still shining. You know, we gonna get it going, man. We gonna see you on the next. Any more shout outs, Puff?
Shout out my mom. Shout out my dad. Shout out my sisters. I love
Shout
my
out
family. I love my family. All right.
Yeah, we got any more shout outs?
Yeah, shout out Battlefield 6. Add me on EA at Ginga Ninja. That's GINGANIJ. AA, 2 A's. You know, I'm trying to get that sniper, #1 sniper in the world. So
Yeah, man. Okay. Everything Jéan P the MC, man. I'm trying to get this book club started. I've been reading a lot, so we can get this book club started, man.
you know, your head can only get.
Oh, here we go.
You can only get so much.
Here we go. We'll see y'all next week. Jéan P the MC, episode 188.
Say what you mean what you say. I'm from the 330, where them boys don't play. Say what you mean what you say. I'm from the 330, where them boys don't play. From the northwest to the northeast, say my name once and they know it's me. Southeast to the southwest, no arguments, yeah, I got next, Jéan P.